Today I would like to show you the second task for the residential permit exam. And first of all, it's absolutely necessary to read the instruction very carefully because, maybe you might not have the full points for the grammar, but you can get the full points for the structure of your writing, and that's important. You are able to pass even though your grammar is not 100% correct. So we are going to write in formal order. You have to pay attention if there is an order, so you have to order something for yourself, you need to place an order into your writing, like separately. So we have the task where we need to order a wardrobe. So there is an order. In my text will be, first of all, formal greeting, because it's formal request or it's formal ordering. So it's dobrý den, that's the formal. If there will be informal, you have to say hi, ahoy, and you never use dobrý den in the informal conversation. Dobrý den, and I would like, chtěla bych objednat skříň. If you are man, chtěl bych objednat skříň. And there is one very common mistake, because after the comma in Czech language, in the letter, the next word it's not with the capital. So this is already wrong. You have to, after the comma, place not the capital letter. There must be small letter, and that's correct. Chtěla bych objednat skříň. So this is the first sentence, and if there will be, for example, a reservation, I would like to make a reservation. Chtěla bych udělat rezervaci. If there is the appointment, for example, doctor's appointment, I would like to make an appointment. So that's an order. So we already placed the first sentence as an order. Jedna věta jako objednávka. Then you must comment every single picture. They give you 5 pictures, so it means that in total you have to have minimum 6 sentences to complete the structure. The first question, what type of the wardrobe do you need? Jakou potřebujete skříň? In my writing, there will be I need, potřebuju. If you need something, it's always accusative case. That's the object of for your needs. And in accusative, it's important to change the endings for the femininum, for the female genders. Skříň, that's femininum. So I need a big wardrobe for my clothes, for example. Potřebuju velkou skříň pro oblečení. If this one is quite complicated for you, you can deal with the colors. For example, I need big wardrobe, and I need red wardrobe, for example. You can be more specific about the color. Of course, don't forget to count the words, because in total you have to have 35 words, and it's absolutely necessary. If you have less than 35, they're going to cancel the whole exam. So you have to reach the limit, and of course my second advice is that you don't increase the limit a lot, because every single mistake is counted, so they don't appreciate the length, they are just checking the mistakes. So be somewhere between 35 and 40 words. Right now this is 11th word. You can write down the notes, it's not a problem, so though you don't need to count it all the time. Second picture, it's the day when you need to have it. Kdy potřebujete mít skříň. So we are going to continue in our writing. Potřebuju skříň, potřebuju mít do 15. června. Again, the names for the month and the names for the dates are not with the capital in Czech, so you have to place like small letter. You can also copy the verbs from the pictures. You can see, kdy potřebujete, it's plural form because they are using the formal language, and you have to change the verb into the first person in the singular because you are talking about yourself. Next question is, kde bude skříň stát? Again, you can simply copy it from the question. Skříň bude stát. So I'm going to write the next sentence. Skříň bude stát. And that's the position for your wardrobe. You can place whatever you want. For example, in the room somewhere. V pokoji. In the bedroom, v ložnici, in the living room, v obýváku. This is the locative case. But if you don't know how to use the locative case, just place the preposition and then the word pokoj as a room, v pokoji. You are not going to receive full points for the grammar, but if you are follow the structure and if you are able to finish the task and complete all the given under task, you are able to pass the exam anyway. Skříň bude stát v pokoji. That's I believe that's 22nd word right now. So we can write the note. Next picture, it's, do you need to help with the installation? And again, the verb conjugate into the first person in the singular, like I need help with the installation. Of course, when you are writing the letter or any type of the writing in Czech language, you have to pay attention to the small things like the length and the hook above the letters. They are very important, and sometimes students, they are struggling with them, but if you copy the type of the words from the question, copy them completely. It means with the interpunction as well, with the diacritics as well. So potřebuju, it's I need help with the installation, and write it, so conjugated verb into the first person in the singular with the good diacritics. Potřebuju pomoc s instalací. So that's the sentence which you copy from the question. And because we are at the A2 exam, at the A2 level, you need to use at least once or two times some more complicated structure than the singly few word sentences. So I need help with installation because, and then what? Because I live alone, for example. Protože žiju sama. For male, protože žiju sám. And our last picture, it's like, how are you going to pay? And yeah, easy peasy. Budu platit kartou. Most frequent construction. I am going to pay by card. Budu platit kartou. Because it's the formal letter, you have to place something at the end. For example, děkuji, hezký den, Barbora. In total, this is the text with the 37 words. And you can see that like if you follow the structure, you are able to write down pretty nice text. This is the text where you are going to receive full points for the structure of the letter because you have completed all pictures and you have also covered the one sentence as the order. Yes, if you are practicing for the A2 residential permit exam, you can also follow the application where you can find the reading and listening part, www.CZExam.cz. Or if you have any question, feel free to contact me directly, info@CZExam.cz. So I'm always ready to help you. Good luck and thank you.